One game that stood out to me in the mid-90s was Earthworm Jim on the Sega Mega Drive. But, is it as good as I remember it? Let's have a little look.
1994 gave us something new and bizarre for a game character, Earthworm Jim. A worm that discovers a strange supersuit that gives him the ability to become a human-like hero. Of course, there's evil villains out there that want the suit for themselves. There are 9 levels to get through, and between each of them is a bonus stage. The story here is about an evil queen who's stolen an ultra high-tech super cyber spacesuit. When a battle between her and Psycho ends in the destruction of both ships, the suit falls to Earth and lands on Jim. From there a new hero is born, and he's out to rescue Princess What's-Her-Name from her twin sister, the evil queen, pulsating, bloated, festering, sweaty, pus-filled, malformed Slugfrabut. It's true, that's her name, and yes, they are twins, obviously. You start off in a forest area where you'll be attacked by angry crows and psychotic dogs. You're equipped with a plasma gun, which is very effective against enemies, and when it runs out it will slowly replenish itself. You can aim in 8 directions, but it's not always a guarantee you'll be on target, especially with the crows that always seem to be in between where you fire. And you can use yourself as a whip to hit enemies, which doesn't do a lot of damage. It's more useful for swinging from hooks that you can find throughout some levels. Jim can also use his head as a helicopter. Once you have jumped into the air or fallen from a ledge, you can hold the jump button to hover down. Another weapon that can be found is the Super Plasma Shot, which fires a powerful blast to take out any enemy instantly. This is a tricky one to be accurate with, as some enemies move quickly, so you'll end up missing them if you're no good with your timing. Throughout each level you'll find atoms that will add to your health, and continue points can also be found, so you don't have to suffer going through the whole level again. You'll be grateful for these from level 2 onward. At the end of each level you'll encounter a boss, and this isn't like Sonic the Hedgehog where you battle the same person. Here you'll come across all sorts of odd characters, like the fat guy who belches fish at you, Evil the cat who's just fucked up, Bob the goldfish, and other strange ugly creatures. These bosses have a pattern, so they can be defeated after a few attempts. Unless you're actually good at this game, then you may find it simple to get through. Once a boss is defeated, you then whip out your pocket rocket and fly off into space into Andy's asteroid level, which is a tube full of orbs and space debris. Here you'll race against Psycho to the end. There are booster power-ups to gain the upper hand and shields, so you don't have to worry about being hit by the asteroids. Collecting 50 orbs will give you an extra continue. Playing through this was as difficult as I remember it. It's not an easy game, and the further you get, the harder it gets, but it can be done when you know what to look out for and know what enemies' movements are. The level designs are fantastic and look really nice, especially the effects of being underwater. The odd comical parts of the game just make it stand out from the rest. Like launching a cow into space with a fridge, which if you complete the game this will make sense. Various different animations are funny, such as getting your head pecked by crows, getting your ass chewed by dogs, and losing your belt. Just take a look at some of these. Enemies are quite unique and definitely original. It's just like playing a cartoon, which it did eventually become its own TV series. Controlling Jim is fine most of the time. There's the odd moment where he may go over a ledge when you don't want him to, or misses a hook with a whip. This of course is due to timing, but frustrating nonetheless. Sound effects and music are great too, and fit the game's scenarios perfect. There isn't much you can compare this game to really. It's a great platform game that has to be admired for its mental characters, which you didn't really see in games of this time, unless it was a cartoon to begin with. And very successful too, unlike that wanker Bubsy the Bobcat, which was a huge pile of donkey shit. And if you were a big fan of this game, then you would have downloaded the HD remake in 2010 on either Xbox Live or PSN. This is still the same game but modernised with better graphics and still feels the same and plays just like the original. I actually found this version a lot easier to get through. The soundtrack has also been remastered to beef it up even more. If you haven't got this version, then you'll never will, as it's been removed from the network. Unlucky. This is a brilliant platform game that I would highly recommend to any platform fan. It can still be picked up at a good price between £20 and £30. Unfortunately, it wasn't included in any Mega Drive collections for modern systems.